everybody, happy Friday. I hope you're doing very well. I'm filming this actually at half time between the Real Madrid Man City game, so hopefully I can get this done in sort of one quick take because it is a ridiculous match and I don't really want to miss much of the second half. So it is, like I mentioned, going to be a special shirt that I'm going to show you today. We've had quite a few of the cheaper, sort of more cost-effective shirts over the last sort of week or so from the M&M Direct, whereas this time in here we have a shirt that is a little bit more fanciful and expensive. Now, it's been in my office for quite some time. In fact, I made this purchase all the way back in the middle of February, so 3 months have gone by. I think it's only fair I get it open. So I think this is the parcel that it came in. It's got some interesting text on the front which I think relates to the club, so let's see what happens. If not, I'll have to find something else. Right, what have we got? Some invoicing stuff. And then, hopefully, there it is. There's the shirt. So, I can see some tags, which is always lovely. Now then, is there anything there that sort of stands out? A little bit difficult, possibly there. Maybe a little bit. It is a little bit sort of difficult to see through that. So if we get this open. Now this already feels like a pretty premium bag, if that makes any sense. So that should hopefully lend to quite an interesting shirt. So we have plenty of parcels and rustling, and we've got more. And even more. I think we're... Nope, and more. Well, I think we're clean now. Good. Right then. That is the rear of the shirt. It's a lot more sort of... bold compared to some of the other shirts that I've been releasing recently. There's definitely a lot more going on already on the back. Interesting. Let's have a look at the front. Hide that tag out of the way. Now then, how about that? That is an absolutely ridiculous shirt. This is one of the better ones that I've bought this year, and I've bought some pretty nice ones, I'd like to say so for myself, but this one is spectacular. Obviously I knew that it was going to look like this, but it is so well put together, which I'm kind of glad of for the amount of money that it cost. But there we go. That's amazing. Now I reckon probably a lot of you have probably seen this at some point, though maybe you've forgotten because it has been quite a while since it was released, but this is beautiful. Absolutely spectacular. So I'm going to do what I usually do, and I'll come back to you and explain to you kind of what the shirt's all about. And all of there seems to be quite a lot of interesting bits on here that I didn't quite expect to see. So yeah, very happy. Okay then, so there's the shirt, and I truly am staggered with how good this looks. If anybody here is watching the video and is sort of lucky enough to also have one of these, you'll understand what I'm saying, but it just feels so good, which is only fair considering the price. So who is the club? I have a feeling quite a few of you will be already familiar with this one, maybe just by the interesting logo that is present, but it is SSC Bari, and this is the LC23 home shirt from current season 22-23. And like I mentioned, I bought this 3 months ago, and it was bought directly from the club store. Cost me €99, €100 effectively, plus some shipping on top of that. And it did sell out very, very quickly because it is a limited edition piece. In fact, they have kindly put the number on. So it's out of 1,501 pieces, and this one is number 722, so pretty much halfway there. So that's pretty cool. One day I'll find number one. This is not that day. Now when it comes to the LC23 part of the shirt, what that means is that it's a fashion brand from a native who was born in Bari. In fact, they collaborated with the club last year and released a special shirt. It's had that like octopus design on the front, and I thought that was quite cool. But again, it's sold out, and I think when you bought it commercially, it didn't have a sponsor on, though when they played, I think they did have that sponsor on during the game. So the club was founded in 1908 and find themselves in Serie B, second division, and obviously the season's pretty much finished, and they're lucky enough to find themselves in the playoff places, so it's possible you may be seeing them in Serie A next season, which would make it even more incredible considering that they only gained promotion to Serie B this season. They were in Serie C last season, so back-to-back promotions is always something that we can get behind. So when it comes to the shirt, it's based on the Il Trenino, the Little Train, which is a group celebration that was introduced in 1994. So what you're seeing on the front here, these gentlemen sort of kneel down behind each other, and it's also present on the back of the neck. That was a celebration that was done and sort of continued throughout tradition through over the years. It totally doesn't look like a scene from the Human Centipede films. And I think that's a great thing, though, all seriousness, to be able to incorporate what's obviously quite a unique tradition to the club. I can't imagine there's too many clubs around the world doing this, and then designing a shirt for it. In fact, there's plenty of other small little details on that I didn't actually clock. I don't look at them clearly too much. Obviously, on this one, you've got the sort of the club logo. It's not specifically that one, but I think it's their more typical one, which has all of the facets of the logo, which is sort of on the inside and around the body of the shirt there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, when it came to the actual shirt, it was actually worn during a game, so it's not one of these fanciful shirts that mean nothing. It was worn during a game against Venezia, who are obviously another team who have fanciful Kappa shirts. And during this sort of fight of the Kappa match, Bari actually won. They won 1-0, which is great to see the team wearing the special shirt win there. Now, they also did release an away shirt version of this one, which effectively was a darker colour set. I went for the home one, partly because I just felt like you could see the design a little bit clearer than the darker one, but if this one had sold out, I would have picked up the away one without any problems, because again, it's a very interesting and cool design. They also released a pre-match shirt, which if I was totally full of money, I may have grabbed one just to wear, because it has this sort of design all over it, even more so. So it's possible you may have decided, I want some teamwear, and that's what you picked up. Now, it's an interesting one when it comes to this team, because usually whenever I see a shirt that I'm interested in but already have one for the club, all I do is just replace the old one with the new one, because the idea is I'm going to get 1,000 clubs from 1,000 shirts, no duplications. Difficulty is, I already have a Bari shirt. In fact, it was one of the first videos I think I did on YouTube, and it's this one here. There we go. It's a home shirt from 2017-2018. Now, comparing them, clearly the newest one has a lot more about it, but I thought this one was quite interesting, partly because it was my first Zeus shirt, and actually it's really cool. It's got some interesting details on it, etc., and it's quite durable. The issue is, technically, this team here has a slightly different name to this one here. So this is the home shirt from 2017-18, where the team was known as FC Bari 1908. 1908, of course, being the founding year. That club went bankrupt. Not for the first time the club went bankrupt, but it went bankrupt. And then this team was formed, or at least renamed, to SSC Bari. Now, obviously, I created my own rule, and ultimately, it doesn't really make a difference. Who cares? I can do what I want. But I want to make it at least have some sense. Can I get away with having these two shirts and claim that they are different but the same teams? I think I can. Teams have changed locations, changed names, and you would argue that they were different enough. I think if a club goes bankrupt and changes the name, that's enough for me to be able to say that these are two kind of separate teams, even though I suppose ultimately they're all part of the same history. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. I think personally I'm going to keep them separately, so this is a new addition to the collection, but you know, interesting one, that one. It's small details, but regardless, if I would only choose one, clearly I'm going to go for this one. I love the collar. It's a real throwback. Obviously you've got the initials of the club there on this sort of little infill between the collar line, and then you have a sort of red and the Y, and it all just works really well. It's a very nice shirt, very durable. Like I said, it sold out very quickly, so it's unfortunately not one you can go and grab now you've seen it. Maybe even if I released a video when I'd received it, they'd already sold out by then. So it's yeah, it's not my thing. It's an interesting design, and yeah, I'm just pleased to own it. Let me know if you have one yourself, or maybe you think it's just a little bit too much. I suppose I could see that point of view, but for me, I'm very pleased. Now, I'm conscious that I have probably been doing this video for too long now, and I've already missed probably another 2 or 3 goals. With that being said, I will leave you as I am now. I hope you have a great weekend ahead, and I will see you on Tuesday for some more football shirts. I've definitely got plenty to be going. Thank you as always for watching my videos. Goodbye.